Do you know what an API is?
An automatic penis injector?
I'm talking about a tech API.
Yes, I know what an API is.
But for the sake of listeners who don't know what an API is, you can this is a narrative device where we explain what an API is.
Oh, it's the back door to make your program access the program at a program level.
Right. So like Google Maps has an API that, for instance, Yelp can use. I think Yelp has their own map, but somebody who needs a map in their software
or database
can pay Google to access the API, right? So the Google Map API, a lot of people use in databases. A lot of people. Yep. There you go. So it's an access point, and they can be very simple. Like you could have an API that's just like, give me a list of all the Pokemon characters and all the episodes of Pokemon that character was in, or something, like database stuff. You can have a very, very simple one that just delivers a random word, for instance. So on yar.quest/tools, we have a random word generator. And I don't know if you ever thought to wonder how that guy works, or if our listeners have ever thought how that works. I mean, I genuinely assume that anything that you do is lazy, and thereby there's an API that you just right you are. However, recently, like a couple weeks ago, that API stopped working. And I don't know why. My guess would be that it probably got too expensive for the person who was doing it as a hobby to keep paying for it, and he just cut off outside access to it. But there was no announcement, or it just stopped working. I found it because I don't know about you guys out there, but I go to my random word generator several times a week to get random words. This is a big part of my life. And I went to get a random word, and I clicked the button, and nothing happens. I'm like, what the hell? So I started investigating, and I found out that the API is broken, and it's not something I've done wrong. It's just like this API doesn't serve cross-browser anymore. So then I started looking for an alternate. And I found one alternate. I know, of course, this is free because I'm a cheapskate. I already pay for Podbean. I'm not paying any more for this podcast. Okay, so the API didn't work. I found one other alternative that was free, and it worked, but it has pretty much every word in the unabridged OED in it, the Oxford English Dictionary.
That's too much.
Right. So I have it here now. You can generate a word. Let me tell you some of the words, because I got more words that I had never heard before than words that I knew.
Isn't that better?
Yorn.
Yorn?
Yourn. Prevers.
What does yorn mean?
I don't know. It's not a dictionary. It's just a random word generator.
But you got to look it up now.
Yorn, prevers, tetramethyled, xylography.
Oh, that's a sentence. Yorn, prevers, tetramethyled, xylography.
Cataplasm. What's a cataplasm?
That's when your cat turns into plasm.
So anyhow, fabulate, hebitations. I got sick of these crazy ass words.
I love these words. I want to know what they all mean.
Well, I will. Okay, so should I put another tool? Listeners, if even one listener emails me and says, put the crazy unabridged dictionary random generator on there, I will do it.
Emailing now.
But not from you. What I did instead was, I'm cracking my knuckles, but you can't hear it. I made my own. I made my own API.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. I made an API that serves a random word from a dictionary that I chose and cultivated so that it didn't have these crazy ass freaking OED.
So was it like a caveman dictionary?
Prevathylate. No, it's just regular words.
Those are regular words.
Those aren't.
Yorn.
What are you going to do with yorn?
I don't know. If I knew what I meant, I'd probably use it every day.
It's probably southern. It's a regional or archaic form of yours. I'll milk my cows and you milk yourn.
I like it. I will use it from now on.
Great. I can't wait. So you're taking the wind out of my sails a little bit here. I was so proud of myself for making my own API.
I am very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I just also like the words.
With my own cultivated list of 10,000 words.
I mean, they should be modern words for sure.
Well, you want to hear some of our words? Because you're part of this podcast, so it's your API too.
Oh, cool.
And get a random word. Pilgrim. We all know what that means. Connective, right? Dew.
DEW?
DUE.
Oh.
Disloyal. Unfamiliar. Bar. We know these words. We don't know cataplasm.
I want to know what cataplasm means right now.
All right. Cataplasm means a soft, moist, and often heated medical dressing, commonly known as a poultice or plaster.
Oh.
Cataplasm. I'm sure there's somebody out there that as soon as I said cataplasm, they're like, oh, you mean like a poultice? But for most of us, that is an unfamiliar word. And anyhow, the point of this whole thing is that now on yar.quest/tools, we have a random word generator that is a unique tool that you can't get anywhere else. But
and it's Yorn.
Good call. You know what isn't? You know what isn't random though?
What?
AI.
Your aleatoric reality.
So I had some thoughts about AI.
Yeah.
And it's like I've mixed feelings even about having an episode about AI. Because AI is so everything and everywhere, and everybody feels like they have to weigh in on AI. But there's some more directly relevant stuff that we'll get to later. But what I found about AI that's relevant to our show is that it is really bad at being random.
Mm-hmm. That is
and
the opposite of random.
Yeah, if you say, like if you directly say to an AI, give me a random number from 1 to 20, it can do that. It knows how to access a random number generator, give you a random number,
right.
Fine. But if you say, give me a story in which every element is generated randomly, every plot device, every prop, every character is randomly generated, it will give you a very coherent story with a theme. No matter how much you try to coach it, it's like it will have like a couple very blaringly like a parrot flew through the wall, and then it will go back to its own normal coherent story.
So I guess what I have to say about that so far, what you said, is that what I love about AI is that it's not random. It's absolutely predictive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Given the information that it has, it predicts the thing that comes next.
Yes.
Okay, that's what it does.
And literally the next word.
It doesn't divine the next thing. It predicts it based on patterns and that it has learned from.
Given the topics I know from what you told me and what everyone in the internet has ever said about that topic, and based on what I've said so far, what is the next word? And it's just an algorithm that calculates what's the next word. And the algorithm has gotten incredibly complex, but still functionally AI chatbots are just constructing the next word based on an algorithm.
But what I was going to say is the thing that I love about AI is when you intentionally don't give it the right pieces of information, it tries to predict and does a horrible job. And like, for example, this sculpture that I showed you the other day where I took a picture of my old band and I put it in, and AI could not figure out what the fuck was going on in this photo. And it added feet all over the place. There are
Except for Damon, it took one away.
I have one leg with a club foot. The table.
But Eddie has a couple disembodied feet.
Yep. Well, his is backwards. One of his feet is backwards for reasons. And the table has 5 feet with shoes on them. I'm not table feet, but so I think what I really enjoy is when you when you put baby in a corner. I like putting AI in a corner and seeing what it does.
Well, the thing that you get from AI is overwhelmingly averageness, because it's taking everything that's ever been said and averaging it. That's
yes, absolutely.
Its whole role, which is why, like, for things like give me meeting notes, give me a summary of this chapter, it is really good at those kind of tasks.
Yep.
But if you're like, write a song or write a play, it's going to be the most banal drivel you've ever read.
I don't know. I remember this one song that I heard that I had it right about you and your best friend Satan.
It was pedestrian though. The song,
it was
beautiful. Musically, it was pedestrian. It was pretty.
Yeah.
So,
but now when I made the Ninja Nate song, I found that to be quite more creative than I anticipated. It was almost clever.
Did you give it the lyrics?
No,
I gave it a topic.
I tried to keep my sentences as abrupt and small and succinct, like the minimum amount of information to get to a goal. And that's when I have the most fun with AI.
Okay. I still think that AI is very lagging behind humans in creativity. Because if you say, make me a song, give me like a heavy metal song about Misha, it'll do that. And it will sound like it will be like the production will be high quality. Mm-hmm. It will, it'll have chord changes and it will be a song, but it's never going to be innovative. It's never going to stretch. It's never going to be like, whoa, this blows my mind.
Unless
it's just like background music.
But what about all the AI? So there's I actually listen to a lot of AI music. That one guy who does the 70s soul covers of 90s bands.
Uh-huh. Now, is that AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure it's heavily curated.
Well, let me tell you this too. We're talking about creativity here, and you're saying take an existing song and redo it in an existing style. That's not creativity. That's just technician.
But the way it does it, some of the things that it does, where it'll take a piece of the guitar lick and make it a horn part,
right? Because it understands the genre.
There are. I don't disagree with you, but I do think this is curated more than that. And I think that, I guess, let me, here's what I think about AI. Okay. Because I have this conversation all the time. And I kind of want to start with my thesis statement on AI, right? I think AI is a wonderful tool. It is a great search engine that doesn't try to sell you anything. Mm-hmm. That is its primary use for me. Mm-hmm. Because every other Google, it's just ads. Every result you get is an ad.
There's sponsored results at the top.
No, but it's all, their entire algorithm is based off of selling you things. And you don't get good results. If you remember what Google used to be like, you used to get really good results. And it's not because the internet changed, it's because the algorithm changed. Because I would say there's far less content on the web than ever.
Less content now than in the past.
Like unique, interesting places that where people are making contributions. It's pretty much just Reddit now, right?
That you get that result a lot because it's prolific.
Well, but I'm comparing it to like the aughts, where you like Something Awful, and you had there's just all these different gathering places online where fun things were happening.
Yeah, but it's not like real estate and there was an earthquake or something. Like the internet just grows and grows and grows and grows.
But it doesn't grow in the same way it used to. So for example, I used to be able to hack anything. Okay. Any device I had, somebody cracked it and put something up online where I could download a thing and hack that software. Mm-hmm. And I would love to reload the fucking crap that they put on my TV. With something generic and Linux based or whatever, something else, right? But nobody does that anymore.
People do it. They just have better ways of locking it down now.
I don't buy that.
Why?
Because I think less people are participating in that kind of stuff. Nobody gives anything away for free anymore. I
disagree with that.
Oh, I see it.
We give away free random services at yard.quest/tools.
We do, but we're stupid. No, but I'm saying everything. The tendency of the internet at 20 years ago was to be free and provide services that enhance your life.
Well, yeah. So you went from skateboard punks that were hackers making this better tomorrow full of all of the information available to humankind for free. And then those people found out that there were business people who would throw millions of dollars at them to make them websites. And those people aged and got old and became billionaires. And then they're like, oh, how can I consolidate my power now? And that's where we are.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the fear.
So the internet has been tuned, I agree, to monetization, and part of that is selling the dream of monetization to everybody, because monetization doesn't work for everybody.
No, it works for almost nobody.
It's like if you're an influencer who is living on monetization, you basically won the lottery. You got super lucky.
Or you started early.
But almost every high school student thinks that is a viable career option for them.
No.
Oh, I could be an influencer and I can get paid to talk about products. Well, guess what? If you and all of your peers are trying to get paid to talk about products, nobody's paying for products placements on TikTok anymore because the market's saturated.
Yeah. Anyway, so AI is a tool. There are things that I have done with AI that people have frowned upon, like using AI to generate artwork. But some of the things, I can always go back and replace that artwork.
Mm-hmm.
If something becomes financially viable, I can redo it and pay an artist to redo all the art, right?
Which you should.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But if the difference between me doing a thing and not doing a thing is this moral decision about whether or not to use AI.
I don't think people are saying it's unethical for, skateboard punk to use AI to make a picture for his zine. I think they're saying, like, if you're a publisher, you better be hiring artists to do your book covers and not using AI.
Right. No, right.
There's a difference in scale that it's, what you're doing. Like, you are not a game manufacturer with, accounts with Target and, I don't know, Walmart.
Also, to be quite honest, in the past, I have tried to do projects where I can sign artists, and every single time I got ripped off.
Not with the stickers. Well, I did that. You didn't do that.
Right. But I'm saying in my personal experience, I paid money for something I never got.
Well, that ain't cool.
No, it's not. And maybe I should choose better in the future. But
it's interesting that where you took this, because the meat of what I have to present today is some AI songs about this podcast that I generated.
Oh, great.
Okay. And I didn't pay for any of these, so I'm using these under assumption of fair use, which is why I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll play a little bit of it to give you an idea in the context of we're reviewing these services.
Okay.
So the first service I tried is Songdo. You heard of Songdo?
Mm-mm.
So Songdo is a service that you would type in a prompt, make me a song about a podcast about randomness. Well, see, here's what I did is I said, make the note choices randomly generated. Make the chord structures randomly generated. Don't follow any convention of music. That's what I said. And you tell me how well they did.
You know who tried that?
Who?
Pink Floyd.
They didn't have AI.
I know, but they tried to make music without convention of music.
So did Lindsey Buckingham when he was coming off of the hit album Rumors, and they were like, make us another chain. And he's like, no, I'm going to get a marching band to play in a stadium while we all just like chant.
Well, Pink Floyd, I actually read about this again recently. I was looking up something about the album Metal, and it was part of the Metal sessions.
That's MEDDLE for those of you listening.
Also, the original cover for that album was Baboon's Ass. I'm not kidding. I learned all this stuff about that album. I don't know why.
That's a great album.
Useless knowledge. But one of the things, they were sick of conventional music, and they decided they were going to spend a bunch of time in the studio trying to make an album that used no instruments. And they had a bunch of kitchen utensils, and some bands have a cocaine budget. Pink Floyd had a kitchen utensil budget, I guess. I still wasted money. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Until was it a producer or was it the band themselves that realized that it was going nowhere? And then
it was actually the band themselves.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think anybody at that time was telling Pink Floyd what to do.
Nor were they telling Lindsey Buckingham what to do after Rumors.
Yeah.
They were like, you need to hire Dodger Stadium and the UCLA it was USC marching band. Here's $1 million.
Oh my God,
Go to
imagine
town.
what they said to him after he wrote Holiday Road.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
You have it in for that song.
I love that song.
Anyhow, here's option 1 from Songdo.
Your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses. We invite you to take a chance and make real life decisions by rolling dice.
That makes my asshole clench.
So that was so show-tuney. Did you hear a lot of random melody in there?
No.
Did you hear a lot of breaking musical conventions? No. It made a show tune.
It wasn't even a show tune. It was like that one guy that did all that music during the pandemic and then came out with a show about it.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
No.
That was earlier.
The one who I can't remember his name, but he wrote a lot of. It reminded me of him. Never mind.
Tim Minchin?
I have no idea what the guy is.
All right, well.
But it was like he was alone during the pandemic, and he just made all this music and like all this single camera comedy things, and then it came out and everybody thought he was wonderful, and then he went away.
I wonder where he is right now.
I don't know.
Hey, that guy, if you're out there, come on the show. We'll revive your career. This is number 2 from Song Do.
Your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses. We invite you to take a chance and make real life decisions by rolling dice. Random reality
It's
It's
very
fucking
similar.
horrible.
It's essentially the same song. They just changed the instrumentation a little bit, or the rhythm. Yeah.
I get it.
Well, here's listen to some more of that one.
Random reality makes anything better by introducing unpredictability and taking away your analysis paralysis. Let go. Take a
Okay,
chance.
so I did not like Song Do. I don't think that.
Did you give it any kind of textual context for the lyrics, or?
I gave it the lyrics.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yes, so I
Okay.
gave it. Those are lyrics that I wrote. But I literally told it to make up the notes randomly, the chords randomly, tempo, don't follow any conventions, and it gave me show tunes.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's song.do, not song do one word. It's song.do. And if you're writing a musical but you can't write music, song do might be your choice.
Right.
Okay, so the next
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
Yeah,
I know the name, but I don't know him.
that's
as
the guy I was talking about.
Okay.
That's all.
I don't think he needs our help.
No, I just wanted to answer your question.
Oh, okay. All right. So the next one I tried is Suno. And you do know Suno, right? Have you used Suno?
Mm-mm.
You've heard of it?
I have not explored this.
Oh, okay. So there's a service called Suno where you, once again, you type in a prompt, give me a reggae song about Billy Joel or whatever,
Okay.
whatever it is. And then it comes up with a song. So I, once again, gave it the lyrics.
But doesn't that already exist?
Well, Billy Joel did a reggae song badly on Turnstiles. He was just trying to be like Eric Clapton, I guess.
When did Eric Clapton do a reggae
I
song?
Shot the Sheriff. Isn't that the first recording of reggae by a white guy?
Is that reggae?
It's a Bob Marley song.
Yeah, not when he does it.
Okay, well then maybe it's the Police.
You mean that CIA operative band? You have not heard that conspiracy theory?
I haven't. You think the Police are CIA operatives?
I don't think
They're
are.
British.
First of all, Stuart Copeland's dad was a high-level CIA person.
Isn't he British though?
I don't know if it was CIA, whatever. There were intelligence
MI5?
ties. I don't know. No, I think it was CIA. Like, I don't think Stuart Copeland is... I think his father's American because he grew up in, like, India and shit.
Stuart Copeland is the son of Miles Copeland Jr., a prominent founding member of the CIA. He was raised in the Middle East. His father worked as a spy in the Cold War, and the band was managed by Stuart's brother, Miles Copeland III, who also founded IRS Records, which published the Go-Go's,
Mm-hmm.
among many
I
other
love
bands.
that Alex the Seal song.
Alex the Seal is one of my favorites.
Anyway, never mind.
Okay, well, listener, you can do a deep dive on that if you want to find out more about how Sting got roped into doing American government work. But
I don't know that Sting was necessarily involved.
He was just the pretty face. I need to form a band to do some covert American government work. I need a pretty face to sing the songs.
And now I'm going to go bury the tapes in the backyard while everybody's asleep.
So here's option 1 from Suno.
Okay, sorry. I'm tangential today.
Your aleatoric
it Bjork?
reality is a podcast
I think it sounds like it's
about
French from the 60s.
Yeah.
and its uses. We invite you to take a chance.
It's just scales.
It's very ethereal.
Yes, it's
Right.
different. It's different, but
It's
it
different.
wasn't different.
Yeah.
It wasn't random. There was nothing random.
There was
about
nothing
it.
random about it.
No.
No. And then here's the second, because most of these services, they'll give you 2, like,
Yeah.
here's a prompt, here's 2 versions of what we did with that prompt. So here's the second one from Suno. It's going to be the same voice. Spoiler alert.
It's That's more random.
It's not random at all.
It feels less canned.
Your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses. We invite you to take a chance and make some real life.
Not bad. You know, I've for a minute I considered, hey, maybe we should make that our new theme song. I don't know. But I'm kind of against using AI for that purpose. I think it should go to human creatives.
If every time you make something creatively that's outside of your wheelhouse, you have to pay somebody to do it, you can't have a hobby that does that. I mean, the thing I like about AI is it allows you to spread your wings out a little bit more as a tool.
Well, for proof of concept, right, for prototypes or for first drafts or whatever, but if you're going to have artwork in your project, if it's a commercial project, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I've also been on the other side of this argument where I've said, like, you know, oh yeah, artists don't like AI. Well, Ned Ludd didn't like automated looms either. Like, it's not going away, right?
I don't know.
I just don't think it's high enough quality to replace humans yet.
I liked what I did with it.
All right, then there's a service called AI Song.
And also, what if you spend a tremendous amount of time getting AI to create something? If you curate it, I don't know.
AIsong.org did one, and strangely, so this one, I don't know if there was a setting I missed or something. I don't think there was, but this one put the prompt into the vocals. So here's the first one from AI Song.
A totally random song in which the instruments, chords, notes, and phrasings are chosen completely at random without a respect to any key, style, or other convention of music. With lyrics that say, your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses.
This, I feel like this is a tool that's designed for you to type in a prompt and make a song.
Uh-huh.
That's just a guy saying what I typed into the box.
That's the one I like the most.
Really? I mean, it's different.
And it just sounds like somebody
it's
sitting on a piano.
It's the least conventional of them. But if you notice, like, if you compare that to the other ones, because I use basically the same prompt for all of them, where it says, like, without respect to key, or like all of those other songs are in a key.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't pick chords randomly at all.
This one didn't even have chords. It was just
kind of noodling. And then here's this is the only one that did a different voice for the second option. Here it comes.
A totally random song in which the instruments, chords, notes, and phrasings are chosen completely at random without respect to any key, style, or other convention of music, with lyrics that say, your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses. We invite you to take a chance and make real life decisions.
It was like Walken and Shatner had a kid.
By rolling dice.
So that's why I had an offer recently for someone to do free editing of our podcast. And I sometimes people do this where they're like, I want to build a portfolio. I'm willing to do some editing for free. And this one particular person was like, I'll do editing and I can also do music if you want, like, background music or something. So that's where I was like, hey, could you make a theme song using this string of random notes? And he said he's going to do it. So hopefully I will get my wish.
Okay.
I will have, because when we did in episode 1, was it in episode 1 or 2, where we issued the challenge to, because we rolled for the theme song and we issued a challenge, which has still not been attempted by anyone to my knowledge.
Did you give it to AI?
Those notes?
Yeah.
I don't know that you can tell it to use a particular string of notes.
Did you try?
I didn't try.
Do it.
I said use random notes.
Yeah, but give it those notes and see what it comes
those
with.
notes. All right, I'm going to do that offline. Unless you want me to do it right now. I mean,
yeah, just do it right now.
Try it.
If you have it handy.
Which one should I do?
What do you mean? Oh, any of them. I don't care.
Which service? Where is it? It's yeah, he said, he or she, I don't know that it's a he or she said, may I ask, how did you come up with the notes for the melody? Because I just said, hey, can you make a song using these? And they know the name of the show because
they haven't listened to it.
They introduced themselves by saying, I'm randomly offering free audio editing. So they were trying to tie into a random idea. But then when I said, can you use these notes? They didn't catch on that they were
didn't listen to
random,
podcasts.
obviously.
It's obviously a pyramid scheme work.
So I do have the notes here. E, D, C, G sharp, D sharp, F, A, C, D sharp, A, G.
Just take that with no other context, put it into the prompt.
Okay.
Just nothing else.
I'll try Suno.
Or just use Gemini.
I didn't have any luck getting a song on Gemini. It said it couldn't generate a sound file.
I've done it multiple times.
Do you pay for Gemini? Then Gemini was gaslighting me.
You might have to go not through the chat bot, though. Yeah, dude, right on Gemini. Damon, where should we start? There's a create music button.
Okay, you do it.
Send me that string.
I'm not a robot. Isn't that the whole point of what we're talking about here? I'm not a robot.
Okay, I put in, write a song using continuously random notes, instrumentation, and style as a theme song for the podcast, quote, Your Aleatoric Reality.
All right, let's see what it does.
And it's reminding me that it is AI and it can make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, so the prompt I used on SongDo, because they say what you did last time, the only fields they have are lyrics and then style of music, and you can put in a title.
Okay.
So under style of music, I put an aleatory or aleatoric song in which the instruments, chords, notes, and phrasings are chosen totally at random without respect to genre, key, tempo, or any other musical convention.
You ready?
That's not what we got.
Your theme song for Your Aleatoric Reality is ready. I've composed a track titled Probability Skin, which leans heavily into the experimental glitch genre to capture that sense of chance and randomness you requested. It features a disorienting blend of shifting instrumentation, unpredictable rhythms, and a 3-voice composite, robotic, whispered, and distorted, to reflect a reality that is constantly recalibrating. You can listen to the track directly in our chat. Enjoy the chaos. Oh, yeah.
Random reality in the house.
The axis fails. The axis fails. Walk.
Nice.
Random walk. Only constant. Entropy is the only constant. Aleatoric pulse. Aleatoric.
This sounds a little bit like ICP,
Why is it pronouncing it that way?
right? I'm digging this.
I am too.
Probability skin.
We can't play the whole thing because then they're going to make us pay a licensing fee.
Why? It's just AI. There's no attribution.
Dice.
Really?
Yeah.
There are on all these other ones that I used.
Not on this one.
Zero correlation.
Can you download it?
Yeah.
All right. Then I guess that's the winner.
No cause.
Except that it's
just
mispronouncing
effect.
aleatoric.
I like that.
It's random.
Aleatoric.
This really sounds like ICP to me. Does Gemini know that we're related to Morton's List?
No.
Somehow?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows what it knows?
Weird. It's a little long for a theme song, though.
Okay, well, we'll say.
I mean, you need to download that so I can put it in the episode. Oh, don't play it on loop.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
I think what we learned is that if you want your song to sound normal, use one of the song services. If you want your sound to sound abnormal, use Gemini. And if you want to not have to pay for it, use Gemini.
I'm probably gonna make it less conventional and 30 seconds.
All right, let's see what happens. 30 seconds is still pretty long for a podcast theme song.
Gotta have some room. If it's dope, people will just download the podcast to listen to that.
If you want to have a hit, you got to make it fit. So they cut it down to 305.
I wish I had a gun with me. Oh, wait.
You've got your video game.
I can be Phil Spector now. Give me a wall of sound!
Wow. That was a little frightening.
Yeah? You like it?
Yeah, Damon has this giant, like, handheld, but it looks like I mean, it looks like a video game gun because it is. It's like sort of handgun shape, but like as long as a shotgun. And it looks very realistic, and he pointed it directly at my head.
It is the anvil with an extended barrel from the video game arcade.
I've had loaded real guns pointed at me twice.
On purpose?
And this was not one of those times.
Yes.
Not by my purpose.
Yeah. I'm still practicing my editing music skills, but I've worked on making the theme even less conventional and condensing it to 30 seconds. I've taken a shot at capturing that purely aleatoric spirit for your aleatoric reality with more erratic instrumentation and a fragmented structure. I've created the music you requested. You can play it now in our chat. And it's 2 minutes, 30 seconds long.
Well, we know that it doesn't always get... It's AI. It can make mistakes.
The axis fade.
That was like more Nine Inch Nails.
Ah, one of my favorite bands. I'm not going to complain.
NP is the only
It's not that different, though.
Oh, but she said aleatoric instead of... now she said aleatoric.
It's not that different. So now I've taken the string of those notes, and I'm going to reply to this with just the string of notes.
All right.
This is how I interact with AI. I fuck with it. I didn't tell it what to do. I just gave it those notes.
Well, we'll see what it says.
Interpreting a musical request. And I always turn on, you have the option to look at, like, how it came to its conclusions. And, like, the instructions that it wrote for itself. It's fascinating.
Yeah, so ultimately, whether you're for it or against it is irrelevant because it's not going away.
No.
It's never going to go away.
So play with it.
Right?
I mean, have fun.
Learn
with
to
it.
use it. Learn not to rely. The biggest thing I worry about is we already don't know anybody's phone number.
Right.
Because we have it in our phone. And now if we never have to think about anything at all.
Well, then, I mean... So one of the ways I used AI really well recently was I was writing my performance review for the year. I wrote my thing up, and then I just put it in AI, and it just made it better.
Make it better, sure.
You know?
But then, like...
Ooh, uh-oh.
What happened?
I'm still practicing my music editing skills, but I've worked on integrating the specific note sequence, and then it lists the notes, into your podcast theme. I've taken a shot at weaving those notes into a 30-second avant-garde electronic track that maintains that glitchy, aleatoric feel. I've created the music you requested. You can play it now on our chat, and then it gives me the lyrics.
Let's hear it.
Random walk. I lay out direct property skin from the dice. Zero correlation, no cause, just effect.
It's not doing those notes. At least not in the order that we gave.
The axis fails.
Yeah. I'm like, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of like in that Vim. It's kind of like in that Vim Vendors movie when everybody It's kind of like that Vim Vendors movie where people can record their dreams and everybody just gets addicted to watching their dreams.
Oh yeah,
during the day. And like, because anybody can put anything in and get this polished piece of work. And then you want to listen to it and you're like, oh, this is cool. But it's like, is it any cooler than the 100 things everybody in a 3-block radius just did in the past 5 minutes?
Right.
And everybody's just like, I made this cool thing. And I worry that there's only 2 outcomes possible from all of this. One, we have Eloy and Morlocks, except the Morlocks are the machines instead of actual people that evolved to be these little tech gremlins. Or we end up with a world that's just full of robots going around trying to convince each other that they're humans, and the humans are gone.
There's a third option.
Tell me.
We run out of water.
And the humans and the
Potable,
machines are dead.
potable water.
The humans and the machines are all dead. I'm starting to lean towards that might be the best possible outcome.
I mean, that is one thing they share. A dependency on water.
Right.
Okay, so now I just pasted in that sequence of notes again with no other context, no other anything.
To see how far up your own ass you can go.
Uh-huh. So let's see if it got the order right this time.
All right.
Okay.
Nope.
Now I'm going to say in that order. Now it is sequencing the notes.
Oh.
But yeah, minimal instruction is when I think AI comes up with the neatest stuff. If you really try to hone in on a thing, it fails every fucking time.
Right. It's going to give you what it decides.
Or it just can't let something like I've seriously had problems where like it'll put a thumb coming out of the middle of someone's hand, and I'll be like, get that fucking thumb out of there, and it keeps putting the thumb back.
Yeah. Well, I tried a couple iterations of like, no, give me like literally pick random notes, literally pick random chords, literally change style 3 times. It wouldn't do it.
No, it doesn't. Unless you tell it in this style for 15 seconds, in this style for...
I don't think that'll work. You just told Gemini to make a 30-second song and it made 2.5 minutes.
Okay, let's try it. Last time. Ready?
Yep.
The axis fails. Well, rock.
I just typed fail in all caps.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess what we learned is AI is good at coming up with stuff, but it's not good at taking notes.
No, it doesn't. It gets stuck in things.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
Like you try to tweak it to an improvement and it gets worse.
Now, I've only got it in thinking. I mean, there's another advanced, but the thinking should be fine. I don't have it in fast. So,
all right, well, there you have it. Inconclusive. Take what you want, do what you want because you will anyway.
I mean, it was definitely better than the crap that you came up with.
A couple of those were catchy. They weren't random. They weren't at all random. No.
Well,
as far as randomness,
really.
It was a little better with making it kind of unconventional or like
the show tunes were
very weird.
That was very weird.
Yeah. Well, we need a listener challenge.
Do something creative with AI.
It has to be random. How do you get
do something randomly? Oh, it came back. Do we give it one more shot?
Let's give it a listen.
All right. It's changed the title.
Big news.
The axis fails. Random walk. Entropy is the only constant.
So unconventional.
This is terrible.
Probability skin.
So definitely the first one was the best.
I mean, the things I like about it are that I like probability skin. I like that. I like that they say random walk because that's a topic that we haven't even done yet. So it's like predicting where we might go. That's pretty cool. But as far as like hitting like what I think of as aleatoric music and like random notes and random element, no.
Maybe that's the mistake. Maybe we need to ask it to make it in the style of aleatoric music.
Well, we didn't try. I guess we didn't try that with Gemini, but I tried that with.
Did you?
Some of these. Well, didn't you hear what I said? I was like, when it said style of music, I said an aleatory or aleatoric song in which the instruments, chords, notes, etc. are chosen at random.
It's too conceptual, though. I mean, it's not a real style. You know, it's.
I mean, it has access to all the knowledge on the internet. It should have a ability to find out what aleatoric music is.
But I don't think it's dedicated. Like, I definitely feel like AI has evolved to have process constraints. So it can only go so far for you. You know what I mean?
I guess especially at the free level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I actually think the listener challenge should be the opposite. It should be do something real on your own, write a poem, write a song, draw a picture in which the notes or the subject of the drawing or the topic of the poem or whatever are, you come up with options and roll for it. And send us your shit. We'll play it on the air. We'll post it on our website. We'll post it on our social media. That's your mission, listener, should you choose to accept it. I hope you do.
Sounds like fun. All right.
Cool.
Give me a wall of sound!
Your aleatoric reality is a podcast about randomness and its uses. We invite you to take a chance and make some real life decisions randomly.
The axis fails. random walk. Entropy is the only constant. Alidoric pulse. Aleatoric. 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 Probability skin. A world from the dice. Zero correlation. No cause, just effect. Aleatoric. Aleatoric.